Hello everybody and welcome to the final word. Yeah, we've had some technical issues. The mic was not plugged in correctly on the last word with me and Johnny. So here you are, you have me on my own in an Asda car park. So coming up in today's show, let's have a look.
Hey you, I saw you from the distance. Hey you, can we talk? Hey you, I think you're my subsistence.
The final word.
Hey you, or am I wrong?
Right then, so this is the final word. We'll hear from Owen. I've got him to do as a reaction as well after Newcastle's fantastic battling 2-2 draw at St James's Park. So we'll take a look at the lineups, and the big question was Steve Bruce going to continue with the front three? He hinted in the press conference that he was, and of course it did shape out to be that. And obviously the question was, we knew that DeAndre Edlin was not going to make it a right back, right wing back. Was it going to be a Manquillo? Was it going to be Emil Croth? And he's went for Manquillo, and I think that is, I wouldn't say a relief to every Newcastle fan, but a more promising choice. You would probably choose out the two. But no Fabian Schär, no Florian Lejeune at all in that back three. Fernandes kept his place, and so did Paul Dummett, who I felt disappointing. Easy for me to say on Monday night. But overall, you would think, okay, so we've got Sheffield United coming up, and I think there will be a couple of changes. You've got to think the front three, although we scored 2 goals today, I think Dwight Gale's pushing on for a start in one of these two games, with either the Burnley game, either the Sheffield United game or the Southampton one coming up, and then Burnley away. You would think that Dwight Gale will get a chance in one of those few, and then do you bring Atsu in possibly for Almiron? The Longstaff's obviously back as well, so there was going to be rotation with Steve Bruce, and we'll see how that goes. More on Steve Bruce, he'll be coming up of course as well. But going into the first half, we'd just concede. The ball ricochets and it falls nicely to Raheem Sterling, who slots it brilliantly side-footed past to Bravka. And then you're worrying, aren't you? You're thinking to yourself, oh, here we're gone. It's going to end up 4-5-0. But to be credit to the lads, but in all honesty, I didn't think Dubravka was really tested in this game. But, we battled. We got that equaliser. Obviously, Paul was strangled to death by Kyle, which was quite funny. Fantastic take to make it 1-1. Jarrett Williams has done it against Liverpool. Great build-up play. You'll see it on the highlights later on if you haven't seen them tonight. Great build-up play, a great team goal. Johnny's in awe of it. Unfortunately, you can't hear Johnny because there's been a tech issue, as you know. But he's in awe of it, and he was saying that it's absolutely fantastic finish. With his right foot, we know that Jarrett Williams has got a powerful left hand, right foot, bottom corner, and beats Edison 1-1. And you think to yourself, just get it in half-time, Newcastle. Just get it in half-time. And you would have took that at half-time when Chris Kavanagh, who, by the way, I thought had a very poor game, blew for half-time. You're thinking, is it full time yet? That's only a thing, and we'll take the point and run. But half time went in. Steve Bruce would have had a word. Well, we tried, that's all he can do, and hope for the best, That was my poor Steve Bruce impression. But anyways, going into that second half, and yes, we're expecting Manchester City to have all the ball. We knew this, but could they do anything with it? And again, to be honest, except for maybe at the end with Raheem Sterling, I didn't think Dubravka was tested. There's a bit of debate because we haven't seen it back. I personally don't think that saint-maximin was fouled. I know he had a heavy push, but if you give that, it's soft. saint-maximin goes down. He's lying down for a long time, and then obviously Atsu comes on for him. But if a few seconds later, Israel foul in the build-up to De Bruyne's fantastic hit. What a goal that was! Thunder cannons, I'll say politely, underneath the side of the bar. It ricochets in. It's a fabulous hit. A mental off for Manchester City, Johnny was saying, because De Bruyne's running around celebrating like it's the title. But to be fair, to the lads, I actually thought at that very stage, I thought that's it, it's game over. Newcastle can't do anything without saint-maximin being on the pitch, because I thought he was sensational. More on the players in a minute. And then the equaliser fantastically worked. Again, I didn't expect it. When Atsu had the free kick, I thought he was going to clip it in the box. And I'm not going to lie, when I seen him drag it back to Shelvey, I thought, oh, it's a waste. But what a brilliant hit. And Shelvey's been criticised by Fordy on Monday night. Isha was arguing in favour of Shelvey. Well, Fordy, don't you look silly now. You've been called out in the scoring the players. You've been called out in this video. I want to see you, 40, in those comments down there below, fighting back, mate. Don't you love it when someone's wrong for the right reasons, 40? For the right reason. That's why we're digging it out. Not for the wrong reasons, as you know. Respect and all that. Let's hear from Owen. Owen's reaction after that 2-2 draw.
You have to say, everyone put in a shift. Isaac Hayden in the midfield, challenges flying in everywhere. Shelby, his passing was brilliant. Obviously, he scored the goal at the end of the game. Saint-Maximin running the players, although I did think he was the most disappointing out of him and Almiron today. But nonetheless, a great game. Almiron with his first ever assist for Newcastle, first ever goal involvement. It's got to start somewhere, hasn't it? So, I mean, Joe Linton covered a lot of ground when he was on the pitch. The defence today was absolutely incredible. Although they conceded, did 2 goals, they were just a big unit that Manchester City really struggled to get down, and there were times where Sterling would get the ball in the box and just struggled to wriggle free of the players because there was just so many of them. Dubravka was astonishing today. He's my man of the match personally. That save from Sterling at the end where didn't even palm it back out into the box. He stopped the ball dead. That's a hard thing to do as a goalkeeper, and he did it perfectly. Willems is another good mention today, and Manquillo was solid again. He was called upon and solid. I think I've covered every single player on the pitch there because they were all just brilliant. An astonishing performance from the lads. You have to hand it to Bruce. He knew exactly how to hit City. I was a bit petrified going into this game. I thought we were going to get absolutely battered, and I don't think many people can blame me for that. But a brilliant performance. You'll take a point from that game. I know we got all 3 last season, but you'll take a point from that game. Just really good performance in the end from the lads. And you know, after De Bruyne's goal, I thought it was all over for us, but the lads showed fight, and Shelby's goal was just beautiful. Brilliant training ground set piece. City were a little bit asleep, not Mark and Shelby, but they're lost really, isn't it? So Newcastle 2, Manchester City 2, and I'm absolutely buzzing.
We're going to hear from Steve Bruce and one of the lads' reaction, and this is courtesy of NUFC TV.
They've had to run a million miles, of course, like you do, and chase the ball. And you need your goalkeeper to play well, and you need that little bit of quality to score a couple of goals like we did. I mean, we weren't up in their half very often, but when we did, you detected there was a threat, and the 2 goals we scored was terrific.
When Kevin De Bruyne scored that goal, I mean, what a goal! It was we thought, Jesus Christ, not again, but we kept on fighting and obviously got the free kick, and then actually laid it back and finished it. So just a massive point, especially after Monday night. We bounced back terrifically and put in a lot of fight and put a lot of effort. You
know, to get anything in the Premier League, it's important to have a good spirit, and that's just not on the team. It's important in the training ground, and it's important among you guys who work alongside the players week in and week out. It's important that they all enjoy coming to work, and it's something which we all try to create, that environment that I want people to come into work and enjoy coming to work. And the players at the minute have got the bit between their teeth and quietly and going about it. Of course, we can't keep everybody happy, but there is a good spirit and a good attitude towards them, which was pretty evident again today. You've seen it against Bournemouth. We were up against it for 20 minutes, turned around to come back twice against Man City. Very difficult, and yet we've done it.
Yeah, it says a lot about us as a squad. I mean, and obviously the manager and the coaching staff. We've worked a lot this week on what we did wrong against Aston Villa. We did probably give them too much respect and didn't get up to the ball and that. And I thought we did that really well today, and we worked our socks off. So I think we thoroughly deserved a point today.
Newcastle picking up points slowly. To be honest, after the Villa game, when I was very deflated, everyone's seen me face on Sky Sports. I had face like thunder. And again, at this game, nobody really expected Newcastle, in all honesty, to get a point. I did mention in the previews that they are vulnerable at defence and we can get at them. And it proved that we can score goals. Manchester City haven't kept a clean sheet for a long time now. And it gives you a little bit of optimism going into the game against Sheffield United. Thankfully, it's only a 2-hour drive. Because, God, Monday night nearly killed me driving 7 hours and doing all the videos. But anyways, we'll go to Sheffield United with a little bit of confidence. I think if you don't get beat, I think that's all right because Newcastle are doing okay. For me, I know people like to look up, but for me, I just look at 18th position. Are we above 18th? How many points are we away from them? And that's the logic that Mike Ashley's put into me. That's not because of me wanting that. That's the logic that the owner does with this club. But overall, you've got to say if you have a point, you'll be delighting it. I think it's a point gained. Massive point gain. We're going at Sheffield United, of course. We've got a video with Mick Loves as well coming up in the channel. You'll enjoy that. We've got a preview, of course, the big one. We've mixed it up a little bit. I hope you're enjoying that as well. And if you do want to watch the Sheffield United game, don't forget we've got the Amazon free trial. You can get the 2 games for Sheffield United and Manchester United. The link is at the top of the description. Use it. It's free. And then you can cancel it. We're going to guarantee you that'll be free as well for those 31 days, so make sure you take advantage of it, because if you're not going to be there, you may as well have a HD quality stream with some commentary rather than a dodgy 24 stream on some Russian website. But anyways, fantastic point. Let us know what you lot think in the comments down there below. I feel good tonight, Saturday night. Enjoy your night, enjoy your weekend, everyone. Watch what is a day, and ta-da, bye-bye.
Hey, you, I saw you from the distance. Hey, you, can we talk? Hey,